All right, welcome back. And we are doing episode 8, which is all about why it's good for kids to fail. And I've changed my screen view, so hopefully it's better. Apparently my screen view was too long for some screens, and it's told me to do it this way. So hopefully this is helping this week. All right, so let's see. Now, failure. Such a harsh word. I don't really use the word failure, I guess, is the first thing, which is why I struggle with this whole concept. However, kids do, and people do, and society does. So we need to broach it. And if I see anything with the business coaching, it's definitely, as adults, we have a big fear around failing. And I think teaching our kids skills and ways of looking at failure as a child will help them as they grow older, and they have to deal with things that perhaps they don't want to, or are difficult, or just general life challenges. We all know what they're like. So being able to perhaps reframe how they see failure will help them to be able to have the skills they need as they get older to broach something that maybe isn't going their way, or they don't get the first time, so that they can improve on it and be able to do it down the track. All right, so failure, and on our action guide, if you haven't got it, you can click the link in the blog post. We talk about how failure rocks. So we're going to go through 6 steps, I guess, basically, on how to get our kids to see that failure rocks, and it's actually a good thing to fail. Okay, so I don't see failure as a bad thing, and that's why I feel uncomfortable with the word. I think failure, we see it as a bad word, but it's not necessarily a bad word. It's all in how you look at it, like everything. So if you see failure as negative, end point, it's over, haven't done it, sad face, then it's going to be bad. But if you see failure as learning and improving and growing, then it's smiley face. So I always look at failure not as a bad thing or an end point. I look at failure as something that we can learn from and that we can grow and improve on. So it's important when we're teaching our kids that we are their guide. We're not saving them. So if they don't come, I've got swimming carnival on the mind, because that's recently happened for us. What's another sporting thing? There's maybe they play soccer or cricket, or they do running or something along those lines, right? So we can't be their savior. We can't help them get over the line faster. We can help them by giving them I guess the structure in which to do that. So perhaps that's a certain coach, or obviously going to training and learning the skills and those sorts of things. We can help by providing that structure for them, but we're not there to save them. So if they go in and they've done all of their lessons, they've been with their coach and all the rest of it, and they swim and they fail, or they come last, or if they they're running in a race and they've done everything right and they trip and they fall, that's unfortunate, but you can't save them. You can't change the place that they've gotten. And that's the same with when they're learning anything. You shouldn't be trying to save them from themselves. You should be trying to help guide them to a better result. So perhaps if they've tripped and fallen, if it was a shoelace thing, maybe it's tying their shoelaces better. If it was just an incident, then it's learning to understand that sometimes things happen, and that's okay. We pick ourselves up, and we, just like they probably picked themselves up in that race and kept going, then we also can pick ourselves up in life and try again next time. And so that's really important for us to guide that process and be able to teach the kids that, you're not really, it's not about competing with everybody, it's competing with yourself as well. So if you come last in the swimming race, or last in maths or whatever, like, it doesn't matter what it is. Okay, well, where are we? What do we need to do to get better at that? How much time are you going to put into it? Let's work on getting better and improving. And next time, maybe instead of worrying about we came last in maths, maybe it's that we got 10 out of 20 on the test. Okay, so how are we going to get 11 out of 20 next time, or 12 out of 20? So it's really about looking at where they are. And our role as a parent is to look at where they are, and a teacher as well, and how can we improve that for next time. How can we get a better result next time, and a better result next time, and a better result next time? And that's helping them to learn and to improve and grow. And that's really what our role should be, is to guide them in their own improvement, and that will help them to improve overall in time. Not try and save them, not go and fight with the coach over, well, they should have come this, or that wasn't fair, because it's not our place to save them. It's our place to guide them into what to do. If it's a true situation with a coach where you do have a complaint, there's a process for that. Follow that process. Show them that. Okay, another thing we can do is to show them a different way to reach a goal. So perhaps, and I do have something on my mind, perhaps it's that their stroke needs improvement, or perhaps they need to try a different coach, or maybe, my son knows, like, sometimes breathing's a problem. Okay, so when you're doing your swimming lessons with your teacher, ask them to help you to learn how to breathe better and practice what they tell you. So, that's a different way of reaching the goal. It's not necessarily about swimming faster for him. He knows he wants to improve on his breathing. So what are you going to do then to get to that goal? And he has a process now, and he has a way that he's going to do that. Having a sense of humor is really important. Instead of, we don't want to be those parents that are like, rah, 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 that something's happened. It's okay. If they fall over in the race, I laugh. Like, I would laugh, and sometimes they don't take that very well, but I will say that's okay. Stuff happens, and it happens in life, and it will always happen in life. So if you can't laugh at yourself, and you can't laugh at something that's happened, then I'll laugh for you. No. But, it's important sometimes to have that sense of humour when things don't go right, and to be able to laugh at ourselves, and to teach the kids to laugh at themselves. If I do something wrong, or if I fall down, I'm normally the first person laughing, because, that would look silly, or, that hurt my bottom, or whatever it might be. I will be laughing at myself first. So I encourage my kids to do the same. Okay, not laughing like ha and pointing, not nasty laughing, but laughing at yourself and being able to take it, with a grain of salt. Failure is learning. So as I said at the start, failure is learning. It's the process that we use to improve and to grow. And when I'm telling the kids, I didn't do this, I failed. No, you didn't fail. You've learnt something new today. What did you learn? Oh, okay, I need to breathe better in swimming, or I need to move my arms more if I'm running, or one of our daughters, she couldn't quite get the dance move. Okay, I need to practice more to be able to get that dance move at the right time. Okay, good. So we've learnt something, and then next time when we go back and do it again, we're going to be better at it, as long as you've learnt and you aim to improve. So failure is learning. And failure is actually, this is what I teach the business people, failure is the secret to success, because the more times we fail at something, the more we're learning different ways of doing things, and we're also improving with each step. So sometimes you'll see, if we have that fear of failing, we'll give up after the first go or first number of goes. But if we see failing as a learning process, then eventually you're going to see success. So failing is learning, but it's also the secret sauce to being successful. Okay, so that's it. I'm trying to keep these videos a little shorter, so we'll see how we go. I talk a lot. All right, guys, so that's it for today. Make sure you're helping your kids understand that failing is really, truly, failing is learning. We're learning how not to do something. We're learning how to find a different way to do something. And each time they fail, they're going to be improving. So, and learning a new way. So it is the secret to success. All right, so that's it from me. You can find us at growkidsminds.com and the Grow Kids Mind handle on pretty much every social media. If you have questions, let us know. And make sure you jump on our list and get the blog posts sent to you. So you can go to the website to do that. And go to most of the things we'll send you straight across to join the list anyway. If not, it's at the bottom of the homepage. So join there. Also gives you access to our Facebook group. All right, guys, have a wonderful week, and I will see you next week. Bye.